back to the second episode of the Confessions of a Knitaholic podcast. My name is Johanne. I live in Trondheim in the middle of Norway. So, it's been 2 days since I recorded my first episode, and I had a lot of fun, so I figured, okay, the camera was still on my desk and everything, so yeah, let's give it another whirl. As you can see, I am wearing a bright pink sweater. I finished my, as I promised, my my project since last time, and all the ends are now woven in and snipped. Took me a whole 5 minutes maybe, and all the ends, yeah, here's proof. The ends are woven in and snipped. What do you guys do with your ends? I'm probably a hoarder, but I keep all of them, and then when I make little stuffies and stuff, I just use the yarn and stuff. So I don't need to buy polyfill or some other synthetic filler. Yeah. And it works well. I don't wash too many plushies in the washing machine anyways, so yeah, it's been fine for our use at least. Yeah, so I knit this using, let's see, using the yarn Gimre from Sarbu Spinnery, which is a yarn yarn factory, yarn brand, very local to me. So the mill is about half an hour drive from here maximum. They do everything in-house, from sorting the fiber from the sheet to washing it, going through the entire processing, and then the dyeing. And what I like about this specific factory is that when they have dyed fiber like this one, they do it in a way to minimize the impact of dyeing yarn. It's like factory dyed, but they only dye half of the fiber. So they dye half of the fiber by hand, like a huge quantity, and then they wash it and then process it already dyed. So they dye the fiber, and then they mix that dyed fiber with undyed, and then it creates this lovely like marled effect. So yeah, I like supporting the local businesses. The yarn is lovely, the feel is lovely. Since it's so minimally processed, there is a lot of excess color to wash out after knitting, and there's also like some spinning oil, and so the garments need to be thoroughly washed after knitting. But honestly, I wash all of my knits the same way, like in the sink with some yarn soap, and then yeah, I just do that until it gives off no color. And for this, it took a few extra rinses before it was all clear, but yeah, I think it's worth it. And yeah, it's super pink. It's the most pink item I own, but I think it's a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to wearing it. Now I just threw it on for this video, let's be honest, but yeah, it will be fall soon enough, and then I can wear it and have some brightness in my day. So this glare from my glasses is really annoying. What I'm working on, not much, to be honest. As I said, it's been 2 days since I last recorded, so it's pretty much the same, but I finished off my July motif, as I've learned since last time that it's called, not square, motif. I had one little square left, So finished that, albeit a day late. And then I've cost on the August one, and I've made pretty much no progress. Like this little tiny one, but it will grow into the August motif for my year-long blanket project. And should I show you, since it's a finished object? Yeah, I can show you the yarn that I used for the July one. So the main color is still the same, of course. It's the light grey heathered Usk. And then I had two colors for this one. The brightest teal was also Usk, hand dyed by PetiteKnit, Norwegian yarn dyer based in Oslo. I think she's stopped using Usk as a base, so she had like a sale where all of the hand dyed Usk was at a discount. So then, yeah, I made quite a big-ish order of that at the beginning of the year, and then I've just spread the colors throughout as the months as I've seen fit. And then the second tealy sea green color was also from Sarbu Spinnery. This one is Gammel Sarbu, so it's thinner than the Gimre. It's also a sport weight yarn. It's a very common yarn thickness. Maybe one of the most common ones in Norway is the 175 meters per 50 gram. Same for Usk and Finull, and yeah. So those were the two for July, and then I actually have not decided on the August one all the way yet, but I'm leaning towards the green, like some like foresty green. Like August is like we start dabbling with autumn, usually towards the end of August here. We go blueberry picking in August, and the forest is just, yeah, it's a really nice place for hikes and stuff, and yeah, taking the kids to play. So I'm thinking to do some sort of combination with this Fabel knitwear Usk, maybe some of the Gammel Sarbu that I actually dyed myself at a course at Sarbu Spinnery, and then maybe including this green that my friend in the US sent me. This is some lamb and goat fingering weight, so it's slightly thinner, but it's fine. Then I have some little nugget of, I think this is Canadian yarn, some sport from a fiber share years ago. It's been in stash, been used for a few projects, gave some to my sister. This is what she didn't need and use, so I have this left. I think it's just enough for one or two triangles. We shall see. So this episode I wanted to be kind of a small, like, get ready for flock, or get ready to pack for traveling to flock video. So I'm going to Seattle with my friend to go, like, our main excuse is that we're going to flock, and we're meeting up. Actually, for the first time, we met through not fiber share but another yarn swap on Instagram, which I kind of signed up for as on a whim, and I'm so happy that we were matched, because we're very similar, it seems, and we chat a lot, and we're really excited, or I'm really excited at least, to meet up and go to flock. And my plane ride to Seattle is, I think it's about 12-hour journey each way, which means hopefully a lot of knitting. I sleep terribly on planes, so it's going to be mostly knitting, and hopefully there's some good in-air entertainment stuff with the movie or something, multiple movies for that long plane ride. So I need to decide what to bring for my knitting. And normally I would just, you know, bring whatever I'm working on, but I'm working on so little. Like, should I bring my monthly motif? Should I bring something else? Yes, I need something to bring that I can work on the plane, something to work on at the festival, and just around Seattle in general. And I'm torn between bringing just something small that I can chuck in my bag, like dishcloths. I don't really like knitting socks, but they're okay. So maybe I bring some yarn to knit socks. Or I'm thinking there won't be that many Norwegians there, probably. I don't know. So maybe I should like represent and knit on something like very Norwegian. My camera has this automatic setting of cutting the video every, 11 minutes? Don't understand. We'll have to Google. In the meantime, I'll just restart. So yeah. Should I knit on something like typically Norwegian at the festival to have something extra to talk about? But then, I mean, isn't the main question you get from knitters and give to knitters is, oh, what are you working on? So then it doesn't really have to be, yeah, I don't know. Should it be something Norwegian? Something I'm gonna knit anyways? Should I buy the yarn, like bring something super small for the plane ride there, buy some yarn there, and cost that on immediately? But that gives a lot of pressure to finding the yarn in the project and having the needles and blah blah blah. So no, I'm gonna bring something to work on there, and then hopefully not buy too much at the festival. Not a dangerous thing to say, but I have so much yarn. I don't need more yarn. I just want to go to the festival, meet my friend, knit and chat, and then buy a special project, not just a bunch of stuff. But yeah, we're thinking of like choosing a pattern together and then buying yarn for that pattern, and then knitting like matching festival memory cardigan or something. So I'm very excited for that. So that will be what I'm hunting for at the festival. And then maybe, you know, if I find like yarn that matches my blanket, I might buy some of that as well. But for my project to bring, I have two like main contenders, and the first one is that I'm knitting a sweater for my friend who turned 40, and I want to make her Islander, so like a colorwork sweater with like little motifs. Like, do I have a photo? Let's see. Never mind. I'll prop in a photo if I learn how to do that. And then my sister went to the Sandnes factory outlet this summer, and I asked her if there was a nice color for the like base color of the sweater, if she could just buy me sufficient number of skeins for that, and she did. So I have this like peachy color. It wouldn't work for me, but my friend's complexion, she looks great this kind of color. And then I just ordered the contrast color, which is going to be ish like a bright orange. So I think it will be super fun combination for the Islander. This is just some other random yarn that was kind of in the similar shade as the one I've ordered, because I obviously don't have the stuff that I ordered today here to show now. So if that yarn arrives in time, I might bring this project because it's knit bottom up as a raglan, so I could cast on the sleeves to bring to the festival and the body for the plain, because on the plain ride I'll just be sitting with it in my lap and be stationary, whereas at the festival and out and about the sleeves are small enough to just tuck in a bag. The only thing, the downside is that it's DK weight, so I might have to bring a lot of yarn which takes up weight, which reduces shopping options. Choices. Yeah, I might just bring this cotton yarn, knit some dishcloths, but then that will be probably done with when I reach Seattle, so yeah, leaning towards this. Hopefully postage is quick enough. I'm also considering bringing sock yarn, as I said. So, excuse the mess over here. So my friend in our yarn swap, she sent me a few really nice single skeins from Yarnaceous Fibers. So I might cost on this for a pair of socks for myself, maybe. Or no, that's wrong. I want to, and I have been knitting some Christmas or birthday presents for my close friends' kids for the last few years. So if I'm smart, I get a head start on that so that I don't have to stress about it when Christmas approaches. That would be the smart thing to do. So I can check out my to knit list on my phone and see if I've decided what I'm making for them, and I have not. So I could go through my stash and make a list of projects for the recipients for their Christmas or birthday gifts, and then start on that, because that would be kids sized and pretty small projects, so it shouldn't take up that much space. Could also take out some of my own stash to free up space for a new stash. Or I can go through my kids' wardrobes and see what will they need for the upcoming autumn winter season, and not have to sit up until 1-2 a.m. knitting them balaclavas because it suddenly got cold. Has that happened before? Yes. Did they have a balaclava to wear the next day? Also yes. Did I get enough sleep? No. But yes, putting my kids first. I actually have a project in my... It hasn't yet been put into the box of shame, but it should have been in there because it's been lingering. I'm knitting just a basic top-down raglan for my kid in the most soft yarn. It's called Mot Østen, so towards the east, from Lille Rille, the hand dyer here in Norway. And the yarn, I don't have the label right here now, but it's a mixture of wool and camel and silk, or no wool, just camel silk, but it's super soft, and my kids are both sensitive to it, to wool. They both have eczema. Is that what it's called? So yeah, I think this could work. This is a very thin one, so it could work next to skin, I think, even for them. But yeah, here, missing the sleeves. And it weighs, so I'm almost done with the first skein, and that the body is done. So it will be 200 grams of yarn. And not too big either. I'm hoping to like be brave enough, I think is actually for me the big deciding factor. I'm hoping to feel confident enough to do some vlogging on the trip, because I really like to watch the vlog style podcasts. Those are, I think they're great to have on in the background while knitting, doing dishes or whatnot. So then, yeah, I'm hoping to do a vlog. So then you will see what I end up bringing. This is a terrible get ready with me. I'm not ready with anything. It's just me rambling on, trying to get ready, which I guess is a part of getting ready. Yeah. What else could I bring? Let's see. Let me look at my wish list, and I can share that with you. So I have this list called Down the Line knitting list, which is like stuff that I want to knit myself or for other people, but it's mostly stuff for myself. I have on the list, I bought some yarn when I was on the Faroe Islands 2 years ago-ish for a specific sweater, which I don't remember the name of, which I want to knit, but that's also quite chunky yarn, and cables, and the pattern is in Danish, so I have to translate-ish. I mean, it's very similar. Written Danish and written Norwegian are pretty similar, but some of the knitting terms are a bit different. Sorry, cut out again. Yeah. Norwegian and Danish are quite similar, not identical, but very. But I won't be Googling and stuff on. Yeah, whatever. I want to knit the Ripple bralette before the cold season, just to have like close to skin when it's cold. I probably have some yarn for that. Maybe that's a good thing to bring. Well, I was in Finland this spring, and I bought some yarn to make myself the terracotta sweater by Lena Holm Samsø, I think is who made that. And I also bought some yarn to knit socks. So yeah, maybe I should bring some of that, because my goal and my hope is that when I buy yarn for a specific project, I actually cost on said project within like a reasonable time frame and not just hoard it, which is kind of what I do. So yeah, I could bring some of that yarn. Maybe I should go through my stash in one of these videos. That will be when I get back and organize the room a bit more. But yeah, I can take you guys along with that, and then actually have to not just sort it all out, but actually like process what is there and get rid of what's not sparking joy, or what doesn't have a plan, or what I don't need. I did that a few years ago. There was somebody on Facebook or something who asked if somebody had yarn to donate for if it was an elementary school or a kindergarten who wanted yarn to do like this small children's tabletop weaving blooms. Yeah. So they were like, any thickness, any amount that is, you know, clean and doesn't smell like cigarettes or something. So I like did a proper yarn sort, and all of these like random leftovers of yarn that I didn't like or would never use or whatever. I took a photo of all of that, and she was really excited for it, so I shipped it off to her. And it got used, which is great. Yeah. So if I have a bag ready, I could, you know, put it up online and see if somebody needed it and donate it to. I asked my kids' kindergarten if they wanted it, but they weren't, that wasn't on their plan at that time, which doesn't mean it's not going to be, it just wasn't then. So I think maybe in the frame you can kind of see this like open lid, so that's one of my stashy places where I keep all of my pure wool, non-superwash, yarny goodness with like the Osk and the Fionnual and all of their cousins. So I'll have a look in there to see if there's something appropriate for the ripple bralette. That was a long tangent for saying something so short. But yes, let's get to the box of shame. Bag of shame. I already showed you this. The kid sweater missing sleeves. I think I'll pick this back up again, but I'm not going to promise you that I finish it until next time, because 2 sleeves, if I actually do like a travel vlog, maybe no. I won't promise you that I get it done before my next video if I end up doing a travel vlog. But I'll have it done before my next sit down podcast at home here. That can be a deal. Yes. 2 kid-sized sleeves. I have to remember what size this is, what needles I used, because I just put it on cords. Took it out of its bag because I used the bag for something else. I have to stop doing this. Do I have a knitting app to keep track of all of my current projects? Yes, I do. Do I have a knitting journal to keep track of all of my knitting projects? Yes, I do. Do I keep up with either? No, I don't. Yeah. I'll try. I will try. And it's not just to have something to say like to the internet that I do, it's just for myself, because when I sit there in these situations, I wish for myself that I was keeping up with these things that I buy the knitting journal not to just have it in a basket or in a shelf, but to actually use it. But I'm too much of a perfectionist. I don't know if you guys have this, but I start these things, and then if I fall out of it, I don't get back like on track. I just stop, and then I feel like, oh, I have to get back to where I stopped to finish it, instead of just keeping on from where I am. Yeah. Maybe I'll use this to actually just get started with it again. Yep, let's do that. Okay. I think that's it. Traveling to Flock in a few days. That will be so exciting. Yeah. Until next time. Bye. Okay. Not gonna lie, that ending was very rushed, but that's because I'm kind of stressing. My camera's blinking that I'm running out of battery. I just wanted to like wrap everything up and not have to charge it and remember to finish it up. But yeah. Sorry for the rushed ending. Take care. Bye.